The quest for the century's final championship begins today as number 3 battles number 4 in a game that will identify only one as a title contender.
I think this is what this team wants. We want a tough team to start off.
The Gameday kicks off its 99 campaign from Chafie Valley now. Well, smack dab in the center of Pennsylvania at the foot of Mount Nittany, a special setting for college football. Folks have made the pilgrimage from all corners of the state. It's a beautiful autumn-like day. We are across from the old gray battleship of Beaver Stadium. You know, school started Monday. I think you can tell here, though. The folks are thinking football. They're thinking Sears Trophy and National Championship. Welcome to College Game Day. Chris Fowler, Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit, Tony Barnhart will join us. Great to see you guys on one of the best opening weekends for college football in a long time. We hope a sign of things to come, Lee.
Well, Chris, for the first time in the history of college football, established football teams like Penn State, Arizona, Ohio State, Miami, Notre Dame, Texas are opening the season before Labor Day with a 12th game. I think they're setting a precedent, and this is what it's going to be. The NCAA will sanction a 12th game for everybody within 2 years. The reason why, number one, it doesn't mess around with the players' academics. It doesn't mess around with the bowl system. And most important, more money, sweetheart. More money.
Oh, it's always about the money. Tennessee and Florida State are not only better, they're significantly better. In fact, when it comes to sheer talent, they are the best 2 teams in the country. But, folks, mark this down. One of them or both of them are not going to make it to the Sugar Bowl. Because to play for the national championship, you not only got to be good, you got to be lucky. And, Coach, one of these teams is not going to be lucky.
And I think the unlucky one will be Tennessee. I think the mental pressure put on Tennessee as the defending champion will be too much. They will not repeat. I like Virginia Tech to win the Big East and go to New Orleans and play in the title game.
Penn State wins 20-17.
Penn State. Penn State.
I said Penn State.
Penn State by a field goal.
Penn State.
Penn State.
ABC has the kickoff in an hour. We're back here tonight on the ESPN2 doubleheader. Thanks for watching.
This has been a presentation of ESPN.
The base of Mount Nittany becomes a city unto itself, a perfect setting for another season of college football on ABC. The professorial legend of Nittany Valley, where his linebacker U has another star pupil, majoring in destruction with a minor in intimidation in hopes of returning Penn State to the head of the nation's class. Today, the lesson toughens against a Heisman hopeful whose name fits the trophy like an old dust cover. It's the first test of the season lying ahead as the Wildcats invade the Lions' homeroom in Chafie Valley. It's the 10th annual Pigskin Classic presented by the Principal Financial Group, and what a way to start the year. Number 3, Arizona, against the number 4 Nittany Lions of Penn State. All right, the Nittany Lions of Penn State have taken the field, or are ready to. 9-3 a year ago, but all 3 of those losses came in the Big Ten. They come in this year as the Big Ten favorite. He's still got the fire, doesn't he? 50 years on the sidelines in his 34th year as head coach.
Joe Paterno has a reputation of always downplaying the team and the individual talent of his team, but he couldn't stop the star of the linebacking corps who wears number 11, double aces, LaVar Arrington. The media has been all over him, and rightfully so.
College football underway. High short kick. Larry Johnson from the 6. Took a big-time hit right at the 20-yard line. Antonio Pierce got down there to make the hit. Long count on 3rd and 2. End around is coming. And they've got it out there. Chafie Fields across the 40 and down the sideline out of bounds. Play action. Thompson sets up. Plenty of time. Deep middle. Got Fields inside the 20 and he broke away. Chafie Fields, touchdown. Strong candidate, the tailback. Smith going to go deep on the first play and got his man across the 45 out near the 48-yard line. Dennis Northcutt. A first down out at the 47. Play fake to candidate. Smith, the sidearm toss complete. Got a man in the secondary. It's Northcutt again, and he weaves his way all the way down to the 25-yard line. So Arizona striking back quickly. Out to the left side. And they will give it to candidate, and it's LaVar Arrington with a hit.
Uh-oh.
Mark McDonald to try a 40-yard field goal, and he missed it. Chafie Fields, another end around, and he broke free. Chafie Fields into the secondary. He's gone. Touchdown, Penn State. Candidate on a delay. Draped all over him is LaVar Arrington.
Showtime.
What Lynn Swan was talking about before the game, even though he's a marked man now, he'll be double-teamed a lot. It hasn't seemed to affect him so far in this ball game. A loss of a yard, and it's second down and 11. Here's a swing pass, a dangerous one. Northcutt almost dropped in the end zone by Jesu. Should be great field position for Penn State regardless of what happens here. And they block the football. Penn State's going to have great field position, in fact. Eric Sturdifin, I think, is the guy that got to it, number 58. 5 in one game against Michigan State. They'll try to make it 17-0 Nittany Lions, and does. See what kind of style they can come up with on 23 yards to go. It's more than that to go now. Justin Kurpeikis just ran right by a block and buries Ortiz Jenkins for a loss of 11. Kevin Thompson and Rashard Casey have both played quarterback. It's Thompson right now. Wants to throw a swing to Johnson on the run with nobody in front of him. Johnson cuts back inside the 40, picks up his blockers. He might go. Touchdown, Penn State. Everything working for the Nittany Lions. Leo Mills flanking Jenkins in the backfield on third down, and Ortiz Jenkins goes down. The heat came from Kurpeikis. The cleanup came from Courtney Brown, his first sack of the year. Alex had one block today. He gets this one away quicker. Watson waits on it at the 15-yard line. And he Watson, nice stiff arm, and Watson across the 30 all the way out to the 40-yard line.
Going on 25 yesterday.
From the 39-yard line, here's Fields again on another end around. Chafie Fields having one of the great rushing days in Penn State history, and he's not a running back.
That's because you and Stallworth had to do that all the time.
Flag down, pass down the middle to Eric McCoo, but I think they're going to bring it back.
Well, Rashard Casey is showing why this coaching staff feels confident in them. And you know what I think the Penn State people and Joe Paterno's doing right now? They're looking back to a year ago and saying, all right, we could win 9 games probably with Joe Paterno playing quarterback, you know, but if we're going to beat Ohio State, Michigan, and Wisconsin, we need more play out of our quarterback, so we got to get 2 of them ready.
For Penn State, straight up the middle is Aaron Harris. Stiff arm, a great move to the outside, touchdown. Man, 15 grueling yards for another Nittany Lions score. That's 3 wide receivers over there, and Jenkins comes back across the other way to the fullback Wendler. And Wendler got a nice block, and he runs through King inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. Pick up at 22 yards.
Pick up at 22 yards despite a great play by Courtney Brown this time, who just ran over. You're going to see Courtney Brown right here is going to just run over Surveyor right there, the right tackle for Arizona. The big guy who can pass rush it. Oh, man.
Jenkins sets up, thinks about taking off, and he can't get away. Kurpeikis, who's made several big plays, drops O.J. back at the 29-yard line.
All right.
That's what they think of their star defensive end. Second down, Jenkins in trouble again, and down he goes. And guess who?
One more of these, and Courtney Brown's going to have a show of his own on ABC. He's going to follow Regis Philbin with that.
So you want to be a millionaire?
Exactly. I think he's on his way to being a millionaire.
3-for-3 bowl game. Let's see how he does here. Pushes this one to the left. He's missed 2 of them. And it's Casey who's going to keep it this time.
Stay in bounds.
And did he? Out of bounds he goes at the 19-yard line. Scooter Sprott scooted over there to make the stop.
Well, that'll be a learning experience when young Rashard gets to the sideline. We got to follow him over there and see what happens on this one. I'm sure he's going to get told. Now, you know Rashard Casey knew that. You know they went over it in a huddle or on the sideline before they called the play. They didn't even want to risk a handoff. You could almost hear that coming.
Pretty close.
Yep.
Number 3 against number 4 has not worked out the way you'd expect. 31-0, Penn State with the lead over number 3 Arizona. We expected to see the 2-quarterback system. We did not expect to be Kevin Thompson and Rashard Casey. That's a surprise.
2nd down and 8. Rashard Casey on the roll is just going to keep this one. And he actually got the corner, got run out of bounds. And Arizona showed blitz and backs out of it. Now there's some heat coming on Casey from the backside, and he got away somehow. Rashard Casey inside the 30. How did he? His career long is 50. As we look from behind, he got a lot on it, and he got it with plenty to spare. Behind Ciaramella. Quick play action, and then a rifle shot over, complete. Bryant Johnson out of bounds, 1st down Penn State.
Man, that looked good.
That maybe had some Zuzu on it, didn't it? 1st down at the 47-yard line. Casey back again. Down the middle this time, and a great grab. Chafie Fields in the open field inside the 30. Down to the 19-yard line. Back near the red zone again, just outside the 20. And here's a hole that opens up on the left side, and rumbling down inside the 5 is Omar Easy. And that looked pretty easy. 1st and goal, Penn State. And 2nd and goal, about a foot away. Easy, touchdown. Omar Easy for the score. Mills, the tailback. It's Mills. Arizona.
There has been some slight change, though, this year in Joe, Brady. For the first time, new recruits are not being told that he will be here for sure for 4 straight years. So you can see Joe not threatening retirement, but facing the reality that I don't want to lie to these kids in the future.
Fumble. Pigskin it was. Classic it wasn't. Jenkins incomplete. It's all over. All Penn State. The Nittany Lions dominate. Joe Paterno wins number 308 on his illustrious career. Final score, 41-7, Penn State. Coming
on College Avenue, thoughts turn to Bourbon Street and the national championship game 4 months from now. It's a long way off, but you can't blame the Penn State fans for thinking that. This is a more impressive offensive performance than any of the 12 last year. The defense was smothering. Arizona had to hear choruses of overrated all afternoon, and you know the players agree that's the case.
When the offense scores 41 points, we won't lose a game if the offense can score 41 points every game.
I'm embarrassed for this team, for my family, for everybody. I mean, you don't want to come out like this and get abused and be like this, but I mean, it's just motivation. You got to dig down deep, and I don't want this to ever happen again.
Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit join me. Tackling was poor. They got to out-game plan, out-executed, out-everything.
Well, really, this was not a good day, Chris, for the Arizona Wildcats. Now, they looked good in the pregame warm-up, but this was the highlight of the game for Arizona right here. Now, they came out and looked really good in the pregame, like I said. They went out to the middle of the coin, and this is what they won. The only thing they won all day was the flip of the coin right there. Then after that, it was all downhill, and the fat lady started to sing in the first quarter. Forget about it. They were bombed.
So much for that speed in the Pac-10.
Yeah, forget about it.
You're just kicking the...
Have to believe that Florida State should drop in the polls after this game.
Well,
and the Penn
there's
State
no
goes to
question.
number 1.
If I was voting, I'd take Penn State number 1, no matter what Florida State did the second half. The way they played.
Well, the way Penn State played, you can only look at these preseason polls and get a kind of a gut feel. The way Penn State played today against a top 5 team, at this point, it's very obvious. They're early in the year, but Penn State's the best team in the country.
No question.